we are live and ready to go for qualifying at the Malaysian Grand Prix this season. Alrighty, let's get running. Should start in a minute. Okay, there we go. 30-minute qualifying is on. Eric, one of the first to go up. So we have Fresco going to be the first to make it to the end of the pit lane. Alrighty ho, we are ready as both Mercedes come out onto the track. Olympus, Nannini, Swenson, Senna, Andrew, Faith is just coming out now, Watkins, among others, all out on track currently. This is qualifying. On board with Oliver Patterson here, taking as much curb as he possibly could dare to. Hitting the double apex fine and clean as he seeks to decrease the gap to that car in front of him. Getting really wide on the curb there, barely touching it on the inside though. Doing the exact same thing. Really balancing the car around these corners. So we have Frisco rounds the final corner to finish their first time lap. Eric X snatches away first position, pole position on the grid. So we have Frisco settles for second, and Patterson third. And Carlos Andrew sets his first lap. 142.071. With Nannini on third currently. Out qualifying his teammates so far. So being Sorensen, the Swede, not doing great so far. These could have come a little bit higher on the throttle there. The exit was clean. Oh yeah, this is actually pretty clean driving. And Dolores Felino looking to take the second pole position that the season has to offer. As Eric Eck has the draft on the Ferrari of Silvio Fresco, dives down the inside to make an overtake during qualifying. Can he do it? Looks like he has the move done. That Ferrari is right there. Now ceding the seating position to the McLaren driver as he winds his way through the first corner. Hitting the throttle quite a bit earlier than the Ferrari there. Nani is coming back into the pit lane already, probably satisfied with that lap. As more of the lower standing cars attempt to take out to the track. Although we still do have a few front running cars that are in the garages, such as these two. But Marcus Tammer's on his way for laps right now. Dylan Weber is not set a lap yet. Has there been damage? I don't see any. Stephen Curry on board currently. The driver has to prove himself or he's going to get kicked out from McLaren eventually. They don't want a driver that is this slow. They would have much preferred Oliver Patterson in 2010, but his poor 2009 season saw him make a regretful decision to leave for Renault. As Curry winds his way through the first turn, keeping the balance of the car in his hands throughout turn 2 as well. Getting a good run down onto turn 4 now. Quite aggressive on the exit curve. Same there and there. Oh, that was a lot of curb. Marcus Tam has taken second position. Is Red Bull going to be unstoppable this season? We'll see. Stephen Curry looks to be on a pretty decent lap here. But he goes into the pit lane. Rogue Rock into the final corner, so it comes into the pit lane. Liam Cerise now out on track. Good idea, there's not that many cars out, are there? Here we have the occasional engine roar, but it's really just these three that are in the spotlight. And Bruce McCarthy is coming into the lane. Quite a nice camera view across the entire track, I must say. Around the final corner, what time is it going to be?
Just having a look.
Liam Soares into the top 10, P8 specifically. Don't think we have any viewers right now. Gonna put out a ping. Dolores Valeno still has pole position. 133.548, 133.041 for the other Red Bull. And he's heading back out onto the track. About 18 minutes remaining in the session. Is Red Bull really just unstoppable this season? One of their drivers proved that their race pace isn't pitch perfect, but Dolores Valeno looking to stay on top of the WDC with this one. Quite aggressive on that curb. Taking a gentle dip down through the gears. And swimming that car like the track is nothing to this guy. A bit hard, a bit too hard on the braking there, almost under-rotated that front right. Down around the final corner. And what lap time is his? No, it's his outlap. It's only his outlap and he's still going. pretty hard on that. Mercedes of Dylan Weaver still yet to set a time as he looks down the inside of the Williams. Williams is having none of it. The Mercedes has to swap lines. And his time is enough for P17, no better. Possibly not helped. And there's a bit of contact there between the two drivers. Say that again from an onboard perspective. Where is the Williams? Where is the other Williams? Show me where that other Williams is. So they're coming down into the first turn, and a little bit of contact there. Perhaps a little bit of front wing damage for Peckel Ferris. The Mercedes gets the job done at last. "15 minutes left in qualifying, we're halfway there." As Ferrari is on the outside of the Lotus of Fabulous Andrew. Byron Carlson currently P9, right behind Liam Cerise, who's waiting in the garage for perhaps a second outing in qualifying. Marcus Tam, now having to get that slipstream off the Williams as much as he possibly can into turn 1. Pulls out a bit early, but he gets pulled alongside. Look at that straight line speed. And does the pass flawlessly. Quite a good overtaker this guy is, but he's not the best driver that can defend. Not the best defense here. But to Rebel 1-2, Stephen Curry is probably looking to change that in a minute. So is Sylvia Fresco. But can they do anything about the Rebel here? Both of their cars have set 133s, and all of the others are below that mark. Mile finally out on the track. Seems every car is going to qualify this time. Last race, Nathan Watkins and Stephen Curry. No, yeah. Nathan Watkins and Eric Eck both failed to qualify for the Australian Grand Prix. So here's your current order: Dolores Felino, Marcus Tam, Eric Eck, Stephen Curry, Sylvia Fresco, Paulo Nannini, Oliver Patterson, Liam Cerise, Byron Carlson, Arthur Clark, Paula Bear, Greg Rock, Dylan Weaver, Sven Svensson, Nathan Watkins, Owen Faith, Michael Farris, Lemon Pierce, Fabulous Andrew, Bruce McCarthy, Karen Chantop, Alvin Akron, Bruno Senna, and Bobby Mullers yet set for qualification time. Looking to get past this Williams here. As the draft goes the move down the inside. Turn 4, I think that is. I also get the traction on the exit, and the Williams keeps the position as both cars maximise their track limits and downforce to give us a little bit of battling here. Fluffy is a really good exit. Will he go down the inside? No, he prefers to stay behind the Williams. That is slowing him down a little. You can tell that the car is slower than the Ferrari here. But he doesn't really care. He just wants to do well enough to not be in the bottom 10, I should say, not the top 10, bottom 10. And he looks down the inside at last, makes the move on the Williams, who doesn't have the better exit, and the division is conceded. And what time was that? P18. The clock has held them up quite a bit. But now Milo is in clean air. Should be able to set a lap good enough to get out of the bottom 10. Which is what all Ferrari drivers should be doing, to be honest. Unless the year is 2020, of course. Marcus Tam and Doris Valeno still the top two here, with both McLarens right behind Stephen Curry, unable to beat his teammate so far. Really needs to prove that he can challenge him if he wants to keep that McLaren seat. Anini's having a really good qualifying for Sauber here. Malo's up into the top 10 with P8 separating the Renaults of Oliver Patterson and Liam Cerise, and P7 and P9 respectively. With the Mercedes behind them, Byron Carlson getting the better of his teammate so far, and we have 8.5 minutes left. It's going to be reduced in a minute to 8. Well, less than a minute to 8. Agro Farris not having the best qualifying he could ask for so far. Malaysian driver. Possibly upset with the way that the car is set up. I just basically duplicated my words there. He's being beaten by both Toro Rossos and one of the Saubers, that was of Sven Sorensen, who has had not the best getaway to the season he could hope for. The DNF on the first lap of the Australian Grand Prix, as the clock ticks down to 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Sawyer Frisco and Fluffy Milo are back and neck basically, with Byron Carlson having managed to beat Liam's rest time, who is now in P10 as he rounds the final corner. Let's see if he can improve his personal best. Nope, not quite. That was 139.144. Loris Felino still holding on to pole position pretty comfortably, heading out on track anyways to defend it if necessary, but I don't think it is really necessary. Marcus Term hasn't been able to set a 1:33 since his first hot lap, and we have 6 minutes to go in qualifying now. So we have Fresco side by side with another car down into turn 1, and that's a Sauber off possibly Sven Sorensen perhaps. And Nannini is right behind all of them as they exit, as they're gradually making their way into sector 2. Sven Sorensen still ahead of the Ferrari. Helmut Can for Silvia Fresco, staying behind for the hairpin. Looking to make a move soon. Slipstream down the straight. Pulling out of the slipstream to try and pull alongside into the corner. Goes the move. And Sven lets him go. Wolfer Patterson making a move on a Virgin here. Lots of cars out on the track for the final stint in qualifying. We have about 3 minutes to go now. So it's the final push for every single car to improve their lap times. Dolores looks happy with pole position. Marcus Tam making a move on a Lotus. Quite late into the corner, the double apex there. This race has got a tow from the McLaren in front, and I think that's Eric Eck. And Cerise almost goes to the move, but Eric Eck shuts the door on him and holds his position as Liam Cerise also gets overtaken by Red Bull. Cerise unable to fight back as the RB6 of Loris Felino pole position car continues on its journey to hold that position. So he's well and truly in the distance now, as Eric Eck closes in on an HRT, the HRT of Karen Chandhok, by the looks of it, with both cars behind him. About 40 seconds left in qualifying, so this will be the last lap for these guys, most likely. Well, yes, likely. Yes, just yes. And McLaren and the Red Bull pull out of the slipstream, both managing to overtake Chandhok, and they accelerate towards the line. Eric Eck, no good of an improvement. And Loris Polino looks down the inside. Eric Eck can't shut the door quick enough, but he has the inside line for turn 2. So Felino will have to get the better exit, and he does so as qualifying just ends now. And there is your classification. On pole position we have Loris Felino with Marcus Tam behind, Eric Eck in 3rd, Stephen Curry 4th. Both of Flores with Milo ahead. Nannini in 7th for Sauber, surprise top 10 appearance. From Renault of Oliver Patterson, then Byron Carlson from Mercedes, Liam Cerise for Renault, Dylan Weber for Mercedes, Oliver Clark for Williams in 12th, Rogue Rock and Polar Bear 13th and 14th for Force India. They had a much better qualifying in Australia. Nathan Watkins and Arlen Faye, and P15 and P16, with Faith just managing to improve on his last lap of the session. Sven Svensson down in 17th, a whole 10 places behind his teammate. Michael Farris in 18th for Williams, Lemon Pierce, Fabulous Anju, which is a brand new appearance. Chris McCarthy, also a brand new appearance. Karen Chandhok, just getting overtaken by a Ferrari there. That is Sylvia Fresca as no pit stop, just finishing a lap. With Alpine Akron and Bruno Senna in the final row of the grid. Exciting stuff. We are bound to have a race soon. Stay tuned for a race stream popping up soon in the official Discord server. Thank you for watching the qualifying session.